Alright, what's going on, everybody? It is Halo MCR with an article for you guys. I hope everybody is doing good, by the way, especially during all this hardship and timeship for pretty much everybody on this planet. I do wish everybody with best regards and hope we're all doing well. So, in today's article, we have basically just Disney news. As if we didn't already know, Disney is just coming out with live action remakes, one after the other, and they're not really good. A lot of them are not good, if not all of them. I mean, even a picture of the newest Pinocchio movie, which I've already seen, by the way, and it's not the absolute worst thing I've ever seen in my life, but it is nowhere near as good as it could have been, and it's very cheesy and very corny and just really awkward of a movie, if you ask me. Anyway, article says, $150 million waste of time. Critics and crowds detest embarks on streaming adventure. Disney's production line of live-action remakes has been one of the Mouse House's most lucrative revenue streams for the better part of a decade, with blockbusters, retellings of animated classics, always putting up a sizable dent in the box office, regardless of what critics think. That being said, let's hope the terrible Pinocchio was a one-off disaster and not a sign of things to come. So the newest Pinocchio, if you haven't seen it yet, it's alright. It's pretty corny, it's cheesy. It's just, yeah, it's really awkward, to be honest with you. I mean, it wasn't the absolute worst movie I'd ever seen in my life. I think it'd be far from that. I just don't really think that this needed a remake or a live action, for that matter. I don't really understand that. But other than the fact that just Disney is out of ideas and they are just thinking of any kind of thing that they can just to milk their fan base more and more with reused ideas, but in live action. I mean, let's take a look at Aladdin, for example, which the live action could have been better. It was really only good because of Will Smith being in it and other little things like that. You know, it was alright. It was better than Pinocchio for sure. But, you know, I definitely understand the critics behind Pinocchio because I was expecting a little bit better. But, again, you know, it was just really cheesy and just, yeah, it was just, Pinocchio was a freak of nature to look at, just coming live and resurrected and just, you know, doing his thing. So it wasn't really my cup of tea per se, but, you know, obviously a majority of people probably agree that the new Pinocchio just wasn't that good. I mean, why are we not surprised? Robert Zemeckis and Tom Hanks each won Academy Awards for directing and acting respectfully for their first collaboration, Forrest Gump, before re-teaming again for an acclaimed survival thriller, Castaway, and dead-eyed festival favorite, The Polar Express. Individually and collectively, the A-list duo have enjoyed major success, but Pinocchio was a disappointment in every sense of the word, sending the $150 million adaptation of prequel beloved two-dimensional favorite directed to streaming was questionable decision to begin with, based on both the constant commercials, success of Disney remarks, and Hank's status as one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. But it's beginning to feel as though the studio knew it may have had a bomb on its hand. Well, of course it did. Disney, they are given the most obvious signs and they continue to ignore them because they want to flagship into the mainstream media with their just mainstream bullshit. It's not original anymore. It's all just remakes and reboots, and it's all garbage. In my opinion, most of it's pretty fucking garbage, honestly. In terms of reviews and retractions, Pinocchio was utterly trashed, as showcased by Rotten Tomatoes scores of 28 and 29%. Damn, I didn't even know that, but holy shit, that's pretty bad. Even more embarrassingly, it wasn't even a hit on demand. According to data collection by Nielsen, the film was only the sixth top viewed titles across all platforms in its first week, and only rose as high as fifth week later per Real Good. Nobody asked for it. Nobody needed it. As it turned out, nobody wanted it. Well, of course not. Nobody wants this shit. Just like fucking nobody's asking for a black Ariel in The Little Mermaid. Nobody asked for it. Nobody wants it. Nobody cares. Well, apparently people do care because, yeah, your next star for The Little Mermaid is all of a sudden fucking black. Which, again, there's nothing wrong with having black skin or being black for that matter. That is not the point. The point is, it is just total wokeness. It is just total pandering to fucking society's shit. You know, that's all I could really say. Pinocchio has been gaining a minor second wind on Disney Plus this week, with Flix Patrol revealing that it entered the top 10 in 17 countries over the weekend. For the rest of us, we'll wait for Guillermo del Toro's Netflix version. So basically, you know, Disney's just not doing good. A lot of their live action reboots aren't doing good, and they're getting exposed for it in the process. We know what their real agenda is, and it's just woke ass shit. It's just pandering to mainstream media, pandering to mainstream garbage. It's all bullshit. And I mean, like, what did we expect with Disney, really? I mean, they've been doing the same shit for a few years now. I'm not entirely surprised. But to say that Pinocchio was a 5 out of 5 movie, no way. I doubted it as soon as I seen it. I just thought it was awkward. You know, it tried its best to make it good, and for that I will give credit to it. But there's just no way that I could have ever wanted to watch this movie again after seeing it one time. I was not that impressed with it. And I recently just watched the Jungle Book live remake, and I even thought that was questionable too. I didn't think that was that good. You know what I mean? I applaud the efforts, but it just, again, nobody wanted this shit. We wanted new original ideas, and Disney just cannot seem to come up with any at all. They are dried up on ideas, and it shows in their reboots and their remakes and their non-original ideas and IPs that just keep resurfacing for a quick buck. And with their handling of Star Wars as well, it's not going to be good. Ultimately, Disney's probably hitting its fall-off point here pretty soon, and all we can do is just sit back and wait and watch and see what else happens with Disney. So, other than that, that has been your guys' article for today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and if you guys have enjoyed this article, please do leave a like to help support the channel, comments, subscribe, all that good stuff. You guys are awesome. As always, I will see you guys in our next article.